Welcome to another I'm building my Dutch hometown video. So I started the series off with building my own house, and then I also built my neighbor's house where I basically put my ex-husband in, and now we're going to build my dad's house. He is kind of in the middle of moving though, but I have no idea what his new house is going to look like. So we're going to build the house that I grew up in for, let's say, my teens. We are going to go to Prins Willem Alexander Street in Dutch, but we'll just call it Prins Alexander Street. It's actually the king now. So we're going to go to, again, Windenburg. I don't know the lot. I think it's a lot next to basically mine. Let's see if we can find where that other house is then that I built for me. Where is it? Oh yeah, here. So you see there in the corner, that is basically the house that I live in. And then the next lot over, it's going to be where my dad's house. And funny thing is, he kind of lives on a canal or little stream. Moat. Let's say moat, because the term that we use, the word that we use, which is gracht, for the kind of canal thingy, it's a moat. So, and I think actually canal for us is, it has, I don't know, it's wider than a moat. I don't know, but we call it a gracht. So it's basically that. But we're going to build here. I can fit kind of 3 houses on it, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So this is 1, then 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, like that. So I kind of have mapped out the houses. Let's do this. So let's go there, then we go like that. Yeah, I think this is fine. Let's give him the hallway there. Let's give him the horse ranch stairs because I like him actually. And you need to do that, and then you need to go like that. However, it is more like that. Yes. So let's see if we can fit that in the hallway. Now I can kind of map out the rest. Let's go like this for the kitchen. Oh well, this is fine. This is fine. The house is more narrow, but it's fine. Okay, so we have the kitchen there. And then we have a little hallway to the outside, and then we have the shed. Yes, let's go. No. Let's kind of move the shed one. We need a wooden fence. Let's go like that. Okay. Okay, now we have to go to the layout. So we have a bathroom here. We have a bedroom here. But there are also closets, at least on that side. So this is basically the upstairs. There's actually also an attic. Attic. There's also an attic. I don't really know how big the attic is. So let's just do that. And then I need to replicate that with these types of roofs. So let me do that. I'll just bring this out to the sides. Let's put you on top here. And then there's a house connected here. So actually he has neighbors as well. So maybe he should be the middle house. Maybe he should be the middle house. Okay, let's go down. Actually want to make this narrower. And then you can go, no, 1 in. Oh yeah, this is way better. Yeah, this is the way that it is supposed to be. I have done things. As you can see, I've been fiddling around with the layout, and whilst I was doing that, I also added trim and such. Let's also put you there. So we don't need to do the sides of the house, right? Because there's going to be a house next to it anyway. I did the roofing. Thing is that this needs to be a little bit lower, I think. But then, you know that, yeah, that's still short. It just looks so tall. And when I look at the pictures, because actually my dad's house is that correct grammar? Is for sale. So there are pictures that I can look at. And this just looks very, very tall, but it is fine. It's not, but there's nothing really that I can do about it. Unless I don't use the attic. And now I can kind of lower it down a little. Oh yeah, that's way better. So I'm sorry, Dad, you're not getting the attic today. And what I also did is, as you see here, I pulled a bunch of windows. I actually did the floor plan. So let's go to the floor plan first. So here we have a small hallway, which contains a door and lots of windows. So I'm going to try and recreate that. Then we have the stairs here. Yes. Then we have the toilet here. Let me show you how I separated that. No, can we? Thank you. So I just grabbed basically some faux wall from the bathroom clutter kit, and I just stack them on top of each other. So the toilet's going to be here. Maybe I can kind of, I don't want to say fit a door here. Maybe I can find something because this right there is actually, it actually goes down. It has a very, very tiny ladder and it actually goes down. So it's kind of like a half basement a little bit, but that's his storage closet. And then here we go into the kitchen. I did change this up because looking at the pictures, this wall protrudes half a tile. We cannot do that, but you know. And then here's the fireplace, chimney-esque thing. Then this is the front room, this is the back room, and it used to be separated back in the day. Then here we have, I told you, the kitchen, yeah. And then here is a little, we call it, it's basically an add-on to the kitchen. We have a specific word for that in Dutch, but it's just a very, very tiny hallway to the outside and into the shed. And then technically the shed has a door here, and this is then also a garden. And then there's alleyway behind that, but I cannot make that here. So this is just the way it's going to be. And then this is the backyard. Okay, and then when we go upstairs, we have the landing right here. This used to be a bathroom. This is a bedroom. This is the master bedroom. And then here is the bathroom right now. And then theoretically, he also has an attic, but that's for storage. So we're just not going to do that. So the front door, he has a red front door. And this is kind of the only red front door that I could find that kind of matches. Although I think it's more like that because he also has a white trim around it. Now I could kind of I can kind of fiddle around with stuff like this, but I don't really want to. So we're just going to do, oh, I do need to see what I'm doing though. So we're going to do this front door and I'm going to put it, no, wrong button. A little bit more there, yes. And then we have that kind of window next to it. Okay, and then here he actually has, we can do the mailbox there. Let's do this one from, he has a white one. Let's do that. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, and then here we have a window because it's, I don't know what you call it. So we have that. We also have, and then I am actually going to, do I want to use these? Yeah. I'm going to make some extra windows up top. So I think this, for him, this is basically one window on the top here. Okay, so that's the front windows. Let's go to the back because he basically has the same window on the back as well. Okay. Yes, so that's the back and the front windows done. He has something similar to this. So we're going to grab the yes siree door. And I'm also going to grab that for inside here. And I think I also need them upstairs. So I'm just going to leave one right there. That one, which are the same ones that I used in the front. So these are from base game. And then here, I'm just going to grab that one again. It looks a little bit funky, but that's fine. So yeah, this is his little hallway. And then upstairs, do we have, can I find kind of a door for, it's kind of like this, honestly. It's kind of a self-fabricated door that also slopes at an angle to follow the stairs. But we'll just do that for now. That is completely fine. Yes. Something like that. Then we have a door to the outside here. Okay, let's give it a different color. Okay. I have added windows upstairs as well. I added solar panels on the back. I did change the wall height. So yeah, small, not medium, because it just fits a little bit better with the way it looks on the outside. I also added some lighting here in the front, and I also grabbed a fireplace. So yeah, my dad kind of, back in the day, it used to be a fireplace, I believe. But basically now he has kind of that fireplace look. So this part, kind of the chimney part, that is kind of bricked up in front. And then there is a gas stove in against it. Anyway, if you live in the Netherlands, I think you understand what I mean. But we're just going to grab this one because it kind of resembles it the most. I upstairs also did, wow, flooring and kind of the wall stuff, lighting. I added the closets and the doors. Yeah, so I think that's kind of it. Let's start with, let me think here, because he does have a curtain there in case it gets chilly. It can be. He actually lives closer to the dike and the sea than I do, so it can be quite chilly. I kind of want to have it, you know, pulled to one side. So let's grab that one. I should also have those legendary curtain rods. Yes, so let's do that. And I don't know what, let's leave the color. I don't know what kind of color it is. So he here has actually his fuse box and a home a battery for his solar panels, but we don't have that. So I'm just going to see if I can kind of grab the fuse box. What's that? That's a fire prevention system, sure. Because knowing my dad, he would have had that as well. So let's also give him a burglar alarm then. Can we size that down? Yes, we can. That is nice. Oh yeah, he also needs a clock. He also has something like that. Kind of there. And he has a clock in the kitchen. I mean, clocks anyway. Yes, he has a thermostat. There. Oh lord, I forgot what I was looking for. Oh yeah, clock. I don't know, let's give him the industrial wall clock, which is a little bit bigger and it's above the door in the kitchen. Okay, so we also should not we also have kind of a fuse box? Yes. Let's put that one above it, like so. We can do you here. And let's grab the umbrella stand and put that underneath the window. So let's kind of remove the placeholder and go to the living room for the couch. Actually, he actually has a pretty fancy couch. It has a reclining chair embedded in it, which is kind of cool. Let's do these two then. Like that. Let's do it like that. And then you need to go a little bit more forward. Then for table, I grabbed this one. He has, his table is slightly smaller, but this one will work just fine. Okay, I am back with a little bit more energy than I had yesterday. Fortunately, I have finished the living room. So let me kind of show you what I did. Here in the front room, he actually has two conch shells, if that is how you pronounce it. He has two of those, not in this color, but these were the only ones that were in game. And I just put some other clutter here. He actually has fairy gnome house that I made with lights in it. We don't have that in game, so I just gave him flower gnome with a little bit of a tea light. I put some paintings, or these are actually some old pictures on the wall behind the couch. And then here I put this up. It's unfortunately maybe like that, not really centered. So he has a bookcase here, which kind of needs to scoot over a little bit. He has... It's actually a wood carving that he has from of a cowboy on a horse that I think his grandfather made, but I found here a picture of a horse. This is actually not what he has, but I like it. He does have a clock there, but it's kind of a different one, but I don't know. I like it nonetheless. And then here I gave him just some knickknacks for on the thing there, whatchamacallit. So he used to have a horse, so I gave him this, and the little dragon, I actually crocheted him kind of a Chinese-like dragon that he has on top of the cabinet here. We don't have that in game, so I gave him that. And then here, his desk, I gave him some stuff. He actually loves old games, so I gave him some games, a lamp and a thing, some clutter, and then here some clutter. Now, I think this is something that my dad should have in his house, because I think it's very much him. But so some planties also. I also gave him a dining table with chairs, and here I have some pictures. He actually has a collage there with family pictures in it. My sister, me, and the children, and our husbands and stuff like that. So yeah, that is basically. Oh, this is the living room from the outside. I think it's cool. I think it looks kind of like his house. Yes. Oh yes, and I also gave him curtains, obviously. He used to have kind of a table there. So let's see if we can kind of give him kind of like an accent table. So let's just put the keys on there like that. So my dad actually loves decorating for the holidays, and he used to have kind of a truck which he could put the horses in, and he used to have a very small, I won't say a very small Christmas tree with lights that you could plug into your cigarette lighter in the car. back in the day that was still allowed. So I don't know. I think that's fun. Let's do that for funsies. And let's also give him a mirror there. Let's do this one. Yes, that kind of fits. I don't know why, but it does. So that is then kind of the hallway. I actually opened up the toilet. I removed the wall because otherwise I cannot hang stuff on the wall, you know. So let's get the toilet paper roll and let's put that there. Now I can kind of see what we're doing. Yes, let's also oh yeah, here's the toilet brush. I was like, where did I put it? Let's just put the wall back. Toilet is done. Living room is done. The hallway. Let's go to the kitchen next. On this side of the wall, he has something like that. But he has basically white counters and a wooden top. Is that such a weird color combination then? I don't think so. It's actually pretty normal here to have stuff like that. But apparently it is not in game. Let me see. I have it here. No, I need it the other way around, people. Maybe we'll do that one then. We'll do this one. Okay. Thing is, he actually has his cooking area here in the corner. Let me grab this one and see what we can figure out. So let's see for stoves. He has something like this. Although I want to have it in a corner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plop it on here. I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees. Like that. I am, however, going to... Oh, he has an open shelving unit there. Oh, yes, he did. I forgot. Yeah, something like this. Let's do that one because that kind of fits the best. What I'm going to do with this is I'm going to grab the tool mold and I'm going to scale this 0.1. Okay. And then click it again so it's no longer green. And then we're going to push that in place. Like that. Will that be functional? I have no idea, but that is the way that he has it. So yeah, let's see if we can also find a stove hood. Yeah, it's like that, but he has it kind of tilted. Can I do that? I should be able to do that with the tool mod. Let me figure out if I can do that with rotate. Nice. Fancy. Chisel, man. Do we have it in black? We do. Nice. It does not have the protruding end though, but this is what I can do. So this is what we're going to do. Okay. He has his refrigerator here. Like that. Trash can. Going to give him this one. Basically gives you your money back. Okay, so let's then do the coffee corner here. Let's give him the Buongiorno coffee drip machine because we can. So let's do that. I don't know. I don't think I need a coffee grinder, right? I do want that a little bit closer though, so we're going to do the same trick as I did. So I'm just going to copy that and then make that smaller like that. Yes. And I also had some things in my inventory. I think this is a very, very cute thing, the brew and sip mug tree. Let me find some clutter for the kitchen. The kitchen is done. Let me show you what I did. Can we go like that? I think we can. Let's see if I can do this like a good YouTuber. So we come into the kitchen. I still have to play test this. Otherwise I will just kind of scoot it over. But here we have the trash can. And basically here you come into the kitchen. Here we have some clutter in the cabinets. Actually, he does not have anything on the wall that you're looking at, but I was like, I'm just going to plop it on because why not? So then here, when you go like that, this is basically the food area. We should be able to do food prep on this counter. We should be able to, I hope so. The cutting board, the dark brown one, I rotated it 90 degrees with the tool mod and then basically just clicked it into place. I took a look at the pictures. He has 2 sinks, but it is in 1 sink and we don't have that in game. I know it's there in CC, but I'm not using that in this build. So I actually found this end piece which works here. So I put the coffee corner there and then here I also put some clutter So basically he has, I don't know, canisters for coffee, tea, and, you know, milk powder and such. And then here I gave him a microwave because I thought that was handy. No. So yes, so that is the kitchen done. And again, I have not play tested it. I will, before I upload, I will play test everything to see if it will all work. I also put a rug there, you know. And then here we have that very, very small hallway. It is technically wider than this because there's also kind of a, I don't know what, I think he has a shelving unit here as well. We won't be able to fit that, but that is fine. Oh, a heavy metal, heavy duty shelf. We can put that in the shed already because why not? And then here we need a light. Here it is, the eco-friendly light bulb. I don't know. I always think that that should be in, yes. Then I want to go to activities and skills and I want the woodworking table like this. Yes, yes, yes. What kind of wood do we have? I like that one. I like that swatch. Yes, I think that is a nice swatch. I don't know, something like that. Let's do that. Okay, let me clutter up this. I want the restoration workshop. Yes. I have finished with the cluttering up the shed. So here you can kind of see, let's go up a little bit. Oh no, the boxes, it's a magic box. Box is floating, but that is completely, oh, there's more stuff floating. Oh lordy lord. There is clutter everywhere. And then here's basically the woodworking area with sawdust on the floor. And then here is the, the tool caddy thingamajig, whatever, with some clutter on top of it. And that is then basically the shed. So I'll just have to fix some things that are floating. Okay, let's go to the garden. So the garden is a little bit bigger in real life. I need a barrel. I need a rain barrel, actually. Oh no, no, I don't need that. If we do this and we just basically plop it in there, we can just pretend that it's a rain barrel, right? We're just going to do that. We don't have a green one. It's fine. It's not a contamination barrel. It's a rain barrel. He also used to have a very nice grill. Let's put you there. Yes, and I think I also had tongs. See, I also had, can I put that on top? Ah, magnificent. So let's then also give him kind of a outdoor dining table. And we'll grab these. Like that. And here, what are we going to put there? I actually don't know. I do want it a little bit darker though. That's cute though, that flock of wild birds. He does have a lot of birds in his yard, just like I do. I don't know. Is that weird? We can kind of pretend that he's working on that. You know, that he's kind of, I don't know, making that. Do we have tools? We should. Looky what I'm, oh no, not a W. Look what I'm finding. So I am finding a hammer, a saw, let's put it there. I don't know, a chisel. So the garden is done, I think. Yeah, so basically this is what I cluttered up. So now it just looks like he's basically making that tree house thingy. And I kind of hope that it will attract the birds because I think it would be fun. I also added a hanging basket and a citronella candle, and that is basically it. And down floors is down floors. Let's go upstairs. Let's basically start here on the stairs. So there is a little shelving unit there. We used to actually have towels and such there. Let's use that one there because we can. And yes, technically it's here. Oh, I could also then put it next to here. And then put maybe a little bookcase there. Yes, and then in a different color. Used to be a dark brown thing that was there. Okay, let's also make you a little bit of a darker wood then to kind of match in with this. And that's basically, there is not a lot here. If I turn you like that, I could put a plant there. We don't have a plant there. But then the other side of the coin is that there's also an attic, and we don't have the attic either right now. Can we put this plant there? Yes, we can. I really like that plant. Let's get this one because this reminds me a lot of the bed that I used to sleep in with my sister. Well, we did not sleep in the same bed. Well, sometimes we did, but that was just because it was cozier. Not always though. Sometimes I was like, go to your own bed. So basically we had 2 single beds in here, but we will do that. And then for there, what kind of, I don't know that one. Let's get a chair for in this one. So let's do that. Oh yeah, I also need curtains for there. I'll just copy these. Basically right now I'm just going to put in what I think will look nice, you know. Height-wise, these are not too bad either. It's a little bit of a tighter squeeze here because that's a very easy fix. We'll just do that. So then we have a little bit more room there. Yes, okay, so this is fine. So this can go a little bit more that way. Oh no. So we have a little bit more room there. Yes. Oh yeah, wasn't I going to do a laundry room there? I was, wasn't I? Washing machine, I need a white one. And then let's also grab one of these. What is that? The better than the floor laundry hutch. Let's put a laundry basket there. Folded one on top here. I'm actually going to go to the bathroom next. There's a bath in there. We will grab the same toilet that we did downstairs. So basically it's like this, and then the shower. It's a shower cabin, kind of like this one. So this is basically the layout of the bathroom. And then here we have, it's kind of a hanging, it's kind of like this one, but also not. But we could do that one. It's kind of something like this in white. And then there's a shelf underneath, but that won't fit now. But that is fine because I can do stuff there. You know, I can actually use counters right now because it does not matter. So do we have an all white? We do. Let's do that. And I want to. And then I'm going to remove this one. Oh, Dad, it's going to be so fancy. You won't even recognize your own bathroom. Let's do that. And then also in white, yes. So I am done upstairs. Let me show you what I did. Here on the landing, I added this. The funny thing is, this picture is from Brightchester, but it reminds me a little bit of the water tower that we have where I live. I only think I want to put it there just because I can. So here in the bathroom, this unit is the same as this unit, just you see the backside here because the bathtub is here, so you cannot open the drawers anyway. So I was like, let me then kind of, you know, make it like it's an extension or something. I added some extra things here on the bathtub. I also added a cow plant, the hanging cow plant. I like it a lot. I think it's just so cute. And then bath mat. I had to think about how I was going to pronounce that. So let's go to the master bedroom. And this is what I came up with. Also did the ceilings, yay me, I usually forget. But yeah, here's the bed. And let's then go, and this is the outside, right? Let's go kind of recline on the bed. Then you kind of see this. I thought it was cool. I don't really know what to put there, so there's that. And then here I found a random chest. I put some shoes on it and a chess board. Let's go to the laundry room next, because this is how this one turned out. So we have the washer, we have the dryer, we have, you know, stuff, a laundry basket, an ironing board. Wow, it's difficult to say today. And that was basically that. And then here we have the other bedroom, and kind of an homage to when my sister and I used to share the bed. I put some posters up, you know. Honestly, a lot of the time I just drew on the wallpaper anyway. But we also had a lot of posters. There's a little desk and just that cute fox basket, and that is it actually. So no, kind of like, I don't know, kind of like a guest bedroom and such. Yes. And then that is it for the house. The thing that I have to, that I do still have to do is the front yard. He has different tiles than that we have in the back. I know that, but I don't feel like searching for them because I cannot match them anyway. So we're going to do the same ones that I have in the front. So we're just going to do that. A lot of the time, I don't use big garbage cans in my builds because I forget. Where I live here, we basically have underground containers, but I will put one here because this is actually the one that my dad still has. Okay, and then this is the front garden. Very cute, very demure, very mindful, or something. I think it's cute with the bike. So let's do an overview because we can. So here we had the top floor with basically the guest bedroom, then the laundry room, the hallway here, primary bedroom, and the bathroom. And then when we go downstairs, we have the living room with the dining room attached, the hallway with the stairs and the toilet. And then here we have the kitchen. Then kind of a little, I don't know, hallway area. Here we have the shed. And then here we have the backyard. I like it. I'm not going to do the overall landscaping of the lot just yet. I'm going to wait until everything is done. All three houses are done before I go and, you know, really finish it off. Although I do have to say I could potentially put already some tiles in, even if it's just there, so that, you know, he can go get towards the street. But yeah, this is it for my dad's house. Okay. I changed stuff. I had to in the kitchen because he could not cook in the way that the kitchen was set up. I don't know, I tried every which way, but apparently they don't want to do that on a diagonal. I don't know what it is. Anywho, so I changed the layout of the kitchen a little bit, as you can see here. So gave him a bread basket thingamajiggy and a different, I don't know, suction hood. And then here, I actually had to get rid of the microphone. No, microwave. That was the word I was looking for. Otherwise, he can cook, but he cannot serve. I don't know why, but apparently it's a thing. So yeah, so that is the change that I made. The reason I'm actually looking there is because it's not on my big monitor. It's on my. I did not feel like doing a lot because also the game crashed in between. I'm kind of done playing The Sims today. Anyway, this was my dad's house. I did have a lot of fun. I actually am having quite a lot of fun building my Dutch hometown. I have quite a few ideas. I want to build the tattoo shop that I go to if I'm getting a tattoo. Maybe we can also kind of fit in the, I think it's menagerie in, it's not a horse ranch. It's not because we don't really have ranches here, but it's where you can learn how to ride a horse and, you know, have contests and all that kind of thing. So we have that as well. We have a lighthouse that I can build. There are a number of things that I would like to build. I would also like to build my sister's house, you know, and her family. But yeah, the next one in this series, though, will be building my dad's neighbors. And maybe I'll change it up. And maybe I will do both lots, but then in a speed build style. That is basically, you see me build fast forward and I kind of yap about, I don't know, what I'm doing, the weather, kind of stuff like that. Let me know down below if you are interested in watching that. If you want to see more of my content, you know, building my Dutch hometown, but also challenges or, you know, kind of spooky-esque fantasy builds, then hit the subscribe button and let me know what you would like to see me build next. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to wish you a fantastic day, fabulous evening, happy gaming, and I'll see you soon in my next one. Bye.